It's that passion that they share and that trust, because you really put your life in somebody else's hands, that made that bond and that friendship.
Authority. Savor the victory while you can, because your victory will be short-lived.
I think we became an important part of that whole era in that field, and it was a team effort.
God!
We were a major piece of that puzzle. There was an undercurrent.
And God's warriors.
Buzz. When we would come out, we'd start doing stuff. You could tell they're like, what are these guys gonna do?
Stage set for more
put you in hell.
A new powerhouse duo would vie for position atop the tag team division.
Just because Satan found a way. Just because Satan found a way and opened up a hole and lets you come up from hell.
The Dudley Boys showcased their version of
Does not mean you will stay.
Their hard-hitting,
Your victory will be short-lived. That is guaranteed. God has told me next week on Raw, you're in for a big surprise. And Seth Rollins, Big Show, and your demonic bodyguard. Next week, you will be in for a big surprise too. God and God's warriors.
Edge and Christian had found themselves on the outside looking in.
We'll send you all back to hell.
Edge and Christian was...
You want a war?
Were pretty similar. However, the whole complexion changed.
Starting next week, you will get a war. God, God's warriors, John Cena, and in God's army will rise up against you. And authority, if you think you're gonna rebuild your kingdom, it will never happen. Authority, you will be out of power again.
Well, all I can tell you is that Edge and Christian are on top of their game. We're going to run over
God and God's warriors and John Cena sent you to hell before.
I think we saved the life of Edge and Christian.
But this time, Triple H.
Expanding their personas would propel Edge and Christian
Cesspool Queen! The queen of the crap. Stephanie McMahon. You look better covered with crap than you ever did by yourself.
This is what we said we were going to do. We said we were
Big Show.
And now it's time to
Seth Rollins.
stay here.
And your demonic bodyguards.
We got two more guys that come from ECW.
So you may have gotten the victory tonight, but next week the war begins. And this Friday, nay, tomorrow, the war will start. Friday, the war will escalate. And next Monday, the war will officially begin.
Against Edge and Christian and the Hardys. That's what I think.
God and God's warriors.
Adding a third team to the rivalry that could match the in-ring
Could have
intensity
named
of
them
Edge,
all.
Christian, and
They could have named them all. They could have named them all. They could have took them out of wrestling.
Entertainment's greatest.
He could have put them on the shelf.
Earlier,
But no.
ladder match for the first of its kind. Now we have 3 teams in a ladder match. We knew there was going to be a lot of risks.
He could have put you on the shelf, Triple H. God could have put your wife on the shelf. God could have put Stephanie McMahon.
Edge and Christian gave it to us prior to that. We knew
Everybody knows she won't be there. Everybody knows
Guys that just want to go out and tear it
she's
down.
expecting
Steal the show. Trying to put tag team
another
That's
child.
you do it at WrestleMania.
Stephanie McMahon is expecting another child. So Triple H, it's only you,
As a fan, in this trial,
Big Show,
expecting to see
Seth Rollins, and the Demonic Authority. And if Stephanie tries to come in the way,
risk maneuvers. I'm expecting to see people take huge chances.
she will follow you.
I'm paying the
Stephanie is pregnant. Stephanie is with child. So Triple H, congratulations. Stephanie's pregnant.
It's that anticipation. Every single move is something that just goes, oh my lord.
As for you, Triple H, you should have stayed gone. You should have stayed in hell where God and God's warriors put you. You should have
Been all over the world.
never thought about rebuilding your kingdom.
Edge and Christian, the Hardys did.
And now, it will be you and Seth Rollins and the Big Show and Seth Rollins, demonic bodyguard. You will all go down. You should have let it go. You should have let it go.
As the triangle ladder match progressed,
You want no more. God's warriors and God will show you a war, and they will give you a war that you won't believe. I will see you next week, Triple H. You will get the surprise of your life, and if you think Brock Lesnar is gonna help you, if you think Paul Heyman is gonna help you, when you go back to hell, and you will not go by yourself. When you go back to hell, you will take Seth Rollins, you will take the Big Show,
My main concern is going
you
out
will
there
take Kane, and you will take his demonic horde, and anybody else who joins the authority
adrenaline rush.
will follow you into the depths of hell, because God has told me that He and His warriors, He will send His warriors, and it will be a war like you have never experienced in your life, and the war begins next Monday.
commission for the remainder of the match. Edge and Christian
You wanted a war, Triple H.
The careers of these young men.
You got a war. And this war is one you will not win. See you next week. The wolves are at the door, Triple H. From now until next Monday,
Like, holy crap, now.
they will howl at your house. They will howl on SmackDown. They will howl
Here we are, wrestling.
on Main Event. They will howl, and the whole WWE Universe will hear the godly howl of the wolves. Your kingdom
Further evolve their characters.
and your demons, and you, Seth Rollins, Big Show, Kane, and the demonic.
Rather full of themselves
bodyguards. You think you have a victory? Savor your victory now, Triple H.
Not just give them the 5 seconds.
Savor your victory now.
Next 5 seconds.
Because next Monday,
For all of you, with the benefit of flash photography.
your victory. Starting next Monday, your victory will be
Flash photography.
diminished,
You laugh.
destroyed,
Then they started bringing
decimated, annihilated, and you eventually will go back to hell.
Look at these comedic characters for one time.
You may be back now,
To make people forget that
but in a short time, you will go back to hell with your demonic horde.
WWE's athletic diva, Lita.
I will see you
Team Extreme.
next week.